Well, as you can see, what we just saw flying over the distance, that was the Royal Navy Agustawestland Merlin Mark II, as we've just seen, flying over the distance anyway. But obviously this is the 2 times of the British Royal Navy Agustawestland Merlin Mark II, as we've just seen coming anyway this afternoon. Which normally, because with those two, they're not normally on training normally. Because normally with those two, they're not normally on training most of the time. They're not normally on training though. But as you can see, this is the return of the 2 pairs of the Merlin Mark IIs with the crow's nest apparently. So as you can see, this is the return of the British Merlin Mark II with the crow's nest, as this is the one that's replaced the Mark 7 Seekins at the time, as I remember. So yeah, but as you can see, the first one I've just seen, that was the ZH836. That was. Whereas I think whereas if the other one, that didn't pop up on ADXB though. Whereas with the other one, that didn't pop up anyway. So anyway, that's where they come from anyway. As you can see, this is where those 2 were anyway. Just over, just as you can see, just past near Bridgewater by the looks of it, just near North Petian, whatever it's called anyway. But as you can see, wherever those 2 here, they've been over to, well, it looks as if they've just been over to, whereas it looks as if I think they've been over to Teesside Airport, I believe. But obviously because of that, they've just been over towards Teesside Airport. Anyway, it doesn't tell me where the whole route has been though. So literally, this is where the route started from, just over North Pennington, just over North. Pennington, just near Bridgewater by the looks of it. And yeah, and as you can see, the registration is ZH836, that is. And as you can see with the call sign is GDN22, it is, which I've never seen that call sign before. GDN22, that is. Looks as if both of them are just now returning back to their base down at Culdrose anyway. Especially because I just heard that they've been somewhere around Teesside area, just by the looks of it, somewhere around Teesside anyway. Because I just heard the fact that they've just been somewhere just over at Teesside Airport anyway. I think this is where they came all the way from anyway, just all the way from Teesside Airport anyway. Which you know, this is where they came from anyway, just all the way from Teesside Airport anyway. Which I can't tell where Teesside Airport is anyway. But you know, there we go, there's Teesside Airport there, there's Teesside Airport. This is where the 2 Merlin Mark IIs have just been to anyway, especially they've been supporting for the Kings, especially they've been just supporting over the cruise ship anyway, which I think that they've been around, possibly around this area, just over northeast of Fence, deep hydrosea protected military area, marine area. I think they've been training just around that area, I think anyway. So I think they've just been taken off from the ship anyway, just from the HMS ship anyway. So yeah, which is just down, just not far from where Newcastle is though, not far from Newcastle. But I think it's the fact that they just came all the way from the ship anyway, and just from Teesside Airport anyway, which that's where it took off from anyway. This is where both of them just took off from anyway, just over at Teesside Airport anyway. So yeah, this is where both of them just came all the way from, just from Teesside Airport anyway, which they've just been, looks as if they've been travelling all the way from Teesside, well, especially from Teesside Airport back to their home base at Culdrose anyway, which I think they had to stop to get some fuel just over at Teesside Airport anyway. And yeah, obviously because I just found out that it is Remembrance Day which is tomorrow anyway. Because obviously tomorrow is Remembrance Day, so this is why we just managed to see the 2 Merlin Mark IIs flying over in Falmouth anyway. But you know, but obviously where we saw it passing over distance, as you can tell, if I do that, as you can see, they flew just past towards Falmouth Bay anyway, just past over Falmouth Bay, as we just saw it going past over distance. We just saw the 2 Merlins just going past Falmouth Bay anyway. So those 2, they were just going past going past towards Falmouth Bay anyway. So yeah, they were just passed just over towards Canyons Roads Bay, by the looks of it, just like on the way to Falmouth Bay and all that. So yeah, this is where those two are passing over to anyway, just between St Maur's and Falmouth anyway. So yeah, looks as if they're now returning back to their base at RNS Culdrose now, by the looks of it. So yeah, they're just now returning back to RNS Culdrose, I believe now. So yeah, they're just now returning back to RNS Culdrose, I believe. So yeah, I think the other registration I think I've just found off, I think it might have been the ZH833 or the ZH834, I'm not too sure though. I can't remember what the other two registrations were. Whereas the other one, it didn't pop up anyway. But, you know, fortunate to say, because with the other one, it didn't pop up anyway. But obviously I did track this one this morning anyway, but I did track the two Merlins this morning. And I presume, I'm sure that was the ZH833 anyway. I'm sure it was that one anyway. But unfortunately not, it was the ZH836 that just only popped up on ADXB though, just the only one that popped up. So yeah, it was just the only one that popped up anyway. It's the ZH836, it's just the only one that popped up anyway. But not the ZH833, because fortunately the ZH833 it didn't pop up anyway. So yeah, luckily we now got the two crow's nets. Merlin Mark 2s are back anyway. Now because they're back anyway, the two with Merlins with the crow's nest, they've just now come back, especially from Teesside Airport, and back to their home base, back to the return to their home base at RNS Culdrose. So yeah, just now returned back to their base now, back to their home base at RNS Culdrose anyway. Especially we turn off the A20 or A24 squadrons, wherever they are, especially with the crow's nest. So yeah. Okay, so yeah. Normally we don't really see the Merlin Mark 2s flying around at this time of afternoon. Normally, not this time on Friday. We don't normally see Merlins, but normally we don't see the Merlin Mark 2s. Normally come here some Fridays, but normally we don't really see them normally when they're around. Normally we don't really see them at this time of Friday. Normally, which is a bit strange though. Normally we don't really see them at this Friday. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, by the looks of it, they're now probably possibly back to Culdrose, I believe now. They're probably now heading back to possibly RNS Culdrose now, back to the home base. So yeah. Okay, so yep. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.